So today I'm going to talk about three of the tools that we learned about in this class and why I like them and how I can see myself using them in my future of teaching. One of the first tools that I like is SpeakPipe, and we use this for our podcast assignment where we recorded a voice lesson that we could give out to our class that they could learn from. And I like this tool because it's really simple and easy because you just click start, you record what you want, you can listen back to it, and then you can easily attach the link or upload the video or the recording, which is really helpful. And it's also free, which is great because as a teacher, we love free applications So here I have it linked. You can just see that it's a quick, easy link. And then you can listen to the message that I recorded. Another tool that I really liked that we learned about was the grading spreadsheet. I thought this was really helpful because becoming a teacher, we're going to have a lot of students and we're going to have a lot of assignments, and sometimes our curriculum plans or like learning platforms aren't always going to have built-in grading, and so it's going to depend on us to create a grading site. So this would be really beneficial because you can use equations to help you calculate grades out. So right here you can see we have used an equation to figure out the grade, and you don't have to apply it to each one. After you have it set up, you can drag the box down and it will calculate it out for you. In this, we also learned about how to make these different graphs that can show you the distribution of your grade, which is really nice because if you have a lot of students that aren't doing well on your assignment, it's maybe a sign for you to look back and see, well, maybe is there a wording on my question that doesn't really make sense, or is there something I didn't teach them well enough that we should review? So this was really nice, a good tool to use in making sure that your class is understanding. We also learned how to color code the grades, which is nice and makes it easier to see. In this, we used homework, quizzes, and final project, and then down here for their overall grade we also used an equation, and that made it easier for us to just calculate out their final grade instead of having to do that one by one. We could just plug in that equation and it would calculate out the grades for us. In something like this, we can clearly see that there's probably something wrong with the lesson if we have this many people failing. And then another tool that I really liked was we learned about how to use Google Slides, not only just for creating lessons for our class that we could use in our daily lesson plans or daily presentations for our class for lecture, but also how it could be used as a more one-on-one learning tool where you give the student an assignment and you kind of let them do some self-teaching and take it at their own pace. So in this, we have some lesson goals, we have some definitions, and then we learned how to embed a video, which I think is a really helpful tool because I knew that you could attach a video link, but I didn't know exactly how to embed a video where it starts at a certain point. Because with things like this, especially in science, there's a lot of videos that are great tools, but sometimes they're way too long for the lesson that you need. Like maybe you just need 5 minutes of the video or 2 minutes of the video, but it's like a 25-minute long video, and we don't want our students to watch that whole thing when that's unnecessary for the piece of information that we're trying to get from it. So I thought that was really helpful. And then we also learned how you could link different slides into your presentation. So like on this one, it's a big B crossed with big B, so you're going to click on it to see if you got it right. Yep, you did. You got it, and that means that you can return to the problems, which is nice. To click on it, it takes you back to that slide. And if you didn't quite get it, then it'll take you back and say, not quite, you should review this. You can return back to the problems, or you can return back to the lesson to brush up on the knowledge that you just learned about. This way, your students can take their learning at their own pace. It checks their answers, and instead of them coming right to you with all of their questions, they can give the tool that you assign them a chance before they come asking you. So these are three of the things that I really liked and can see myself using. I really am a fan of Google, so Google Slides, Google Spreadsheets, Google Calendar. I definitely can see myself using that. Maybe Google Classroom if my school doesn't have a learning platform, but that'll kind of just depend. And then with those podcast lessons, I did really like SpeakPipe. Right now I'm using Screencast-O-Matic, and I think that that's also a really nice site. It's easy to use, easy to screen capture, and also easy to upload and send out to students to keep in our learning database. Thank you for a great semester and for teaching us some useful tools for our teaching career.